and welcome to another episode. I had a issue earlier this week that had to do with my domain and changing the names and trying to figure out how to sync Clickfunnels and my autoresponder, and I had a major meltdown. It was like for 3 days. I just couldn't do anything. I was stuck. I was frustrated. I tried to talk to the lady. I texted the lady on Sendlane, my autoresponder, and she was like, I don't know what you're doing wrong. And I'm like, you need to help me. She was like, we'll talk to Clickfunnels. And I'm like, well, what help are you? Okay. So that's my issue. That's what I was going on this week during my journey. So we're going to go into more detail. I'm going to show you how to actually set up your domain and set up your autoresponder and all of that other stuff with ClickFunnels. But I'm also going to show you how to do everything step by step so you don't get into the same funk that I did. Also, I'm great on the frugal. I want to make sure that I save money. So if I save money, you save money. So I also am going to show you how to pick your domain provider and all that good jazz. So stick with me. I gotta take a shower because I just walked the dog and I stink. But I'll be back. Peace. Okay guys, as promised, I was going to talk to you about things that you need to set up before you can link your autoresponder to your ClickFunnels. So I did not do these things in order, and it cost me about 3 days. And so for all of the newbies, everybody who is just starting out, I wanted to make sure that you understand what you're doing and what you need to have in place before you can hook up ClickFunnels to your autoresponder, or else it's going to take you 3 days and you could possibly get frustrated and possibly quit. And I don't want you to quit. I want to make sure that you can do this, because you can do this, and give you all the information and tools you need to make a informed and decisive decision. So I'm going to go through all of the list first, and then on subsequent videos I'm going to tell you how to do all of these things so it doesn't get too long. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is get a domain. So a domain is basically your web address. It is the address to your website or your capture page. Okay, and so if you have a physical, like you have a physical address, your web address tells the computer, the internet, where your stuff is, where your website is, where your sales funnel is. So you need to get a domain. That is majorly important. If you do not get a domain, all the rest of the steps are going to be useless. Luckily though, ClickFunnels has a system where they will give you your first free domain. So if you didn't already set up your hero funnel, you can already get a domain for free, and you can use that for your sales funnel or your capture page. Okay, so free, yay, love free. Okay, so ClickFunnels will give it to you for free, so that's your domain. It should be already taken care of. The next thing you have to do is get a custom email address. Now ClickFunnels has something called Actionetics. It costs more money, but they will give you custom email addresses, or you can go and find other email addresses that will hook up and link to ClickFunnels. And that's what I did, and so I will talk to you about that on the next step. After I talk about domains, we'll talk about how to set up your custom email address, how to find them, and everything like that. The problem is you cannot use an AOL, Gmail, Outlook, MSN, Yahoo account because it looks spammy. So once you send emails, once you start your email marketing campaign, once you start sending emails to your subscribers or your clients, the actual email places will think that it is spam, and you won't get recognized, and they will send those emails back. So you have to get a custom email address. So that's the second thing that you need to set up. Okay, after that, what is going to take a little while, also setting the domain setup is going to take a little while on the back end. You can get the domain, but for whatever host site that you use to get your domain, it's going to take them a little while to get stuff rolling. That's why you want to get this first. After that, you need to set up the connection between your private email address and ClickFunnels. And that's going to take a little while too, a few hours. So you need to go ahead and set that up after you get your custom email address so you don't waste so much time. Okay. Now, you cannot get your private email address until you get your domain. Okay. Until your domain is actually set up, your custom email address will not be able to link to it. So you need to actually get the domain. When your host says, okay, yes, you can go ahead, you're all set up, then you can get your custom email address. And then after that, you want to immediately set up your private email address to actually connect to ClickFunnels. And that way you can save some time. So the next thing you need to do is create a list in your autoresponder. And once you have your domain all set up, then you can automatically create your list and your email address. You automatically create your list. So these two steps can happen at the same time. So that all works out, and I will show you how to do that. And I'm with Sendlane, but there are many different autoresponders that will send out automatic emails, Aweber, GetResponse, Sendlane, whatever you're in, MailChimp. All of these autoresponders basically work the same way, and in order to set up your ClickFunnels account, you have to have your list set up in Autoresponder first. Okay. After that, then you need to set up the autoresponder integration in ClickFunnels, which is a pretty easy step. It took me a long time to figure it out in Sendlanes because I was typing in something wrong, and me and the Sendlanes customer service rep were not figuring out how to do it. Luckily, I figured out how to do it, so luckily me reading and trying to find out more information got me to figure it out. But if you don't have the patience like I do, I'll show you how to do it even with Sendlanes, because I think Sendlane is the hardest one to set up. Okay. And last but not least, if you have done the steps backwards like I have, or someone has shared a whole ClickFunnel with you, and all you had to do was change and edit the ClickFunnel, so you already have your actual funnel or sales page already set up, or you've already started with setting up the funnel, now you need to make sure that your domain and your funnels match. Okay, so you need to make sure that you set up the domain and your capture page together so that when people actually type in your domain name into the web address search bar, then it will send them to your actual capture page. Because if you don't, then they'll just be out in the white void of the World Wide Web, which is not what you want when you're trying to make money. So you want to send them, you meant to make sure that your domain and your ClickFunnels actually match up and meet. So that is a major step that you have to do. And this is all that you need to do to make sure that you set up your autoresponder correctly, to make sure that your autoresponder and ClickFunnels, excuse me, make sure that those actually are connected, because if they don't connect, then you'll have problems getting emails, sending emails to your subscriber list, and also you won't have people going where they need to go. And since this is a step-by-step process, you need to make sure you do the steps in the process, or you won't see the success that you need to. And there's nothing worse than having technical difficulties. Just ask, Obama when the actual, what was that called? The insurance, the Obamacare came out. You only get one time to make a first impression. And so when people come to your sales funnel and it doesn't look right, or it's off, or it's not giving you the information that you need because it's not set up correctly, then people are going to think, you're not business oriented, you don't know what you're doing, I'm not working with you. And that is not something that you want people to think about. Okay, so this is what you need to do to set it up correctly. In the next videos, I will tell you how you need to set it up step by step, and also give you some frugal techniques and some things that I did in looking at all of the different websites and everything else, the domain hosting and the email address and everything like that. Basically thinking about your business, especially if you're just starting out and finances are a issue. You need to make sure that you actually think about all these different things and what the costs are. So those are some things that I'll go into in future videos. So if I provided you any value in this video, please like and subscribe to my channel, where I'm giving free, fresh, new daily videos. And I want to make sure that you know what's going on and are ready to roll as I'm rolling. Also, if you want to find out more information about ClickFunnels and how to set up a ClickFunnels account, and maybe about autoresponders and Sendlane, I'm going to leave links to those in the description below. So until next time, good people, be blessed, take care, and I'll see you on the other side.